Hi folks, I'm the Bald Guy, and these are Bald Guy Basics. I'm in the woods again, as you can see, and just finished cutting a load. There we go. See what I've been doing. And the question came up for me as I'm sawing. You know, I'm sawing different kinds of wood, and wood that it has aged differently. This wood's been down for a number of months. So in terms of sap, it's been dry for some time. With rain, certain kinds of wood may absorb a little more water than others. But I'll notice this morning I've been cutting some maple, and I had to cut some pine to get to the good stuff. And I noticed in certain pieces of wood, the speed at which I was cutting through changed. And that led to the question, when do I need to sharpen my saw? Let me take a moment and show you a couple of things to look for. The first thing to look for is really easy. When your saw quits cutting appropriately, it's probably time to sharpen your saw. But there's another couple of symptoms that maybe when the saw isn't completely dull, you want to consider sharpening your saw. Let me show you what a couple of those are. The first thing I want to show you is the sawdust. If you look at this sawdust, you notice that it is actual shavings, and that's the majority of what you see. One of the first indicators you'll get when your saw is dulling and you need to address the sharpness of your chain is when your sawdust stops being shavings. The shavings get smaller and smaller until they actually look powdery. When you're getting powder rather than heavy shavings coming out of your saw, it's time to sharpen those chain links because they're not getting the bite that they once had. The other thing, you see, I'm not going to walk over there. Why? I'm tired. I've been cutting wood. When you're going through a piece of wood with your saw, you may be getting pretty good amount of bite out of your chain, but you know how you take your saw and you angle it up and down as you go through a piece of wood. When you notice that the saw is cutting either to the left or to the right, it means that you have damaged part of your links and it's now no longer cutting evenly. So when you don't get a straight cut, it's time to address your sharpening your chain. So those are a couple of really simple symptoms to look for when you'll need to sharpen your chain. So I gave you 3 today. Number 1, your chain just isn't cutting. That one can be deceiving because different pieces of wood, different types of wood, different levels of dryness in wood can really change how fast your saw will cut through. So number 1, when your saw slows down and it's cutting through. Number 2, when your shavings get more powdery. And number 3, when you're not able to cut straight through a piece of wood, it's time to sharpen your saw. So I'm the Bald Guy. I hope this helps the next time you go to the woods.